Welcome to Networking RX, a podcast devoted to helping business professionals like you enhance your networking skills in order to become more proficient giving and receiving quality business referrals and improving the overall quality of your life and the lives of those around you. The Networking RX podcast is a production of AmSpirit Business Connections, an organization whose mission is to empower business success through networking.
Welcome back for another episode. This is Frank Agan, founder and president of AmSpirit Business Connections. You are listening to the Networking RX podcast. If you were with me last time, I reviewed Matt Ward's Fire Up Your Referral Engine in just 5 minutes per day. For those who are not familiar, Matt Ward is a professional speaker. He's a word-of-mouth referral consultant, and he is the author of More, Word-of-Mouth Referrals, Lifelong Customers, and Raving Fans. And so when Matt forwarded me, and this is all automated, he forwarded me the Fire Up Your Referral Engine in just 5 minutes. There was also a referral calculator on there, which I told you we were going to be talking about. As I started digging into it, I'm like, that Matt, he owes me a favor. I'm going to call that SOB up. I'm going to get him on the call. And so we got Matt Ward on the call.
I'm happy to be here, Frank. Thanks for having me yet again. I love being on your podcast.
Yeah, well, we'll make this short because there's not a whole lot to talk about here, and that we get under the union minimum, so I don't have to pay you.
There you go.
No, and I'll provide a link to this in the show notes, but you have this referral revenue calculator, which I think is awesome. And I kind of want to get you to talk about it, where it came from, what your mindset is. It's not a difficult calculator, but it's certainly useful. So where'd it come from?
So I mean, it came from this concept that this person I know, Michelle Villalobos, runs retreats. She's a NSA speaker friend. I've been around her for a while, and the idea was formed out of this retreat calculator that she showed me in a training session one time, and I thought, well, that's genius. And we were working in this environment, and she says, you could do a referral calculator. And I was like, that's a great idea. And so then I just kind of walked away that day, and I started tinkering with it and kind of came up with what I thought was important. And really the key behind it is to make sure it's universal enough for everybody so that they can get some value out of it. I think people often don't know the true value of their referral partners, their network of referrals. Most people think they get referrals from their clients, which is not the reality. They get it from their centers of influence, and as I refer to as their referral partners. And so I'm trying to get people to really understand the value in their referral partner network and the value in working with those people. And I think this calculator shows them that.
No, I think it's great. I mean, the top line is number of referral partners. And I think that, well, at least for me, starts getting me thinking, okay, who are the referral partners? It's kind of like you can have absolutely no profit in a business if you have zero sales, right? If you don't have any referral partners, you're done. So the more referral partners you have, all things being equal, the better off you're going to be.
Right, because when you get the number in the referral calculator, if you set your referral partners to 1 and it's kicking out a number of 30,000 at the bottom, if you change that referral partner number to 2, it's going to kick out a $60,000 number at the bottom. And so if you change that referral partner number to 10, it's going to be $300,000. And so what the beauty of a calculator is that you can manipulate the numbers to your business that makes sense. And so whether you're a one-time sale business like a real estate agent, or you might be a web developer who has a one-time sale but an ongoing revenue, maybe you sell hosting or you sell a maintenance package or something like that, you can key in your initial sale and also your recurring revenue sale so that when you change your referral partners at the top, it's going to kick out the right numbers at the bottom. And you're not basing it on a one-time sale when you might have a residual sale. That's why I have 2 different sections on that calculator to let people work with, because everybody's business is different. And you grow those partners, you're going to grow that bottom line for sure.
Yeah, when I started playing with it, I was kind of working in the back of my mind, almost like, okay, okay, I know realtors, I know financial advisors and how they would work it. And you're right, there's a million different ways to slice it. And I have skeptics in my life. I could see the skeptics poking holes here and there. But the key thing for me, and the key thing that I think people listening should take away, is there's a value to the referrals. I mean, people talk about referrals. Hey, got a referral. There's a value to that. There's a value to working with your referral partners and keeping that relationship strong. I don't know what the value is.
It's different for everybody, Frank. That's the key. Yeah. And when I do this in person with people, I say to them, okay, Frank, you have multiple clients. I get it. They're on all different types of packages. I get it. What I'm doing right there is vanguarding. Vanguarding is when you tell somebody, you know, the problem that they're about to give you the excuse for, right? So I'm vanguarding the issue of the excuse, and I'm basically come back around and I say, okay, I know you have lots of different clients that are all kinds of different prices and packages, but what's the average someone pays you? Well, I'm all over the map, Frank. I'm all over the map. There's this high price, and there's 10,000, and then there's this 2,000. Okay, but there's an average, right? What if you take all that and then divide it by the number of the clients? You get an average, right?
Yeah.
So the average is, I don't know, 7,000. Okay, we plug that number in. Average sales, 7,000. And then you know that a client is worth 7,000 to you on average. And so there's lots of ways you can use the calculator to increase revenue in your business. It's referral partners, it's close rate, it's average sale price, lots of different things that this calculator can tell you and have you start to focus on. But if people get tied up in this idea that, well, this isn't going to work for me or isn't going to work for your business, I can find a way it will work for your business. If people look at this calculator and say, I don't know how to use it, or I can't figure out how to use it, or I don't think it's going to work for my business, you're not trying hard enough. And it's not hard. You can just look at it and plug in some numbers. Just go back the last 30 days, figure out where your clients came from, who referred them, what the average price was those clients paid you, whether or not you closed what percentage of those referrals. Those are the numbers you need when you open up the spreadsheet. It tells you exactly what you need. You plug the numbers in and boom, you have revenue.
Well, whether they can make this calculator work or they do it on their own, it's something they need to know. You know, the calculator is the easy way of doing it.
That's right. You know? I wanted to give people a tool because they don't do this math, right?
Right.
Because, math, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's Common Core or whatever. So Here's the thing, like, you're 100% right. You don't need the calculator to do this. You just got to gather the data, put it in alignment, make your equation, and go. The calculator makes it super easy. But to your point, there's a value to every client, which means that there's a value to every referral. And people just really need to understand that, which is why we don't ask clients for referrals. We build relationships with partners who then give us referrals. And we're never asking for it. And we know intrinsically that the time we invest in our partners means we're going to get back that average dollar amount each time they refer us. And that's the beauty of it.
Right. Well, speaking of referrals, what are you working on right now? What could people help you with?
Life is grand. I'm doing some amazing things with some clients. I work one-to-one with clients, have some group coaching calls, and I'm helping people navigate relationships to build better relationships with the referral sources and partners that they need to be dealing with on a regular basis. People can reach out to me on Facebook, on Twitter, on email, YouTube, watch my YouTube channels, whatever it might be. If they go and get the Fire Up Referrals at fireupreferrals.com, they'll get the emails, but the files, but then they'll also get on my email list, and they'll get a weekly networking and referral tip every single week on every Tuesday. Just a short video, 3 to 5 minutes long. I get a lot of feedback, positive feedback on those videos. And it's something I really enjoy doing. So I'm going to continue to do that. And just if people would love to consume the content, that's great. And then they can reach out to me if they ever need my help.
Well, I will include that link in the show notes. I do appreciate your time today. I know you are very busy.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks for joining us on the Networking RX podcast. Please put what you've learned into action today and let us know if you have questions, comments, or ideas for future topics. You can email them to us at podcast@amspirit.com. That's AMSPIRIT.com. Finally, so you never miss an episode, be sure to subscribe to the Networking RX podcast through iTunes, Overcast, or however you receive your podcasts. Now get out and network with someone.
The Networking RX podcast is the copyright production of AmSpirit Business Connection. All rights reserved.